Hi, this is Shad Didi Laser. I am an advisor for high performance entrepreneurs, influencers, and personal brands on a seven-figure trajectory. I hope that your day is delivering exactly what you expect from it and that your energy and your actions are in alignment with greatness. With this opportunity to communicate with you, I want to share with you my super simple strategy to guarantee rockstar customer service for any event that you host. This means going from being an outsider who can't get a premium table on a busy night to being on a first name basis with the wait staff, being on a first name basis with the owner, and actually being invited back to host your events. For the past 14 years, I've hosted events in restaurants, hotels, bars, and conference centers each and every month. When my mojo is in alignment, ladies and gentlemen, I host up to 40 events per year. So these tips are based on a true story. In fact, I'm reminded of this strategy, and the reason I want to share this strategy with you is that I'm actually going through this process now as I'm gearing up to host Mastermind Conversations, which is my dinner party series where I invite thought leaders from all walks of life to engage in dinner and powerful conversations. So similar to TED Talks, where you get introduced to so many interesting and dynamic leaders and influencers, what would happen if we get all those people together in one room? They don't know who's coming, and we have a conversation, or we discuss various ideas and topics. And that's what Mastermind Conversations is all about. So I'm going through this process myself in terms of locking down the venues and going from a new venue where the relationship isn't as established to building that partnership for the long haul. I like to commit to a venue for a minimum of 1 year, because for your tribe, if you switch venues back and forth, it causes confusion. What you want is the what I like to call the Cheers effect, where the TV show 80s television sitcom Cheers, where everyone knows your name, where as soon as you come in the door, there's regulars. And many of the events that I host, I have a large group of people who show up no matter what the topic is, no matter who the speaker is, simply because of the established consistency with the venue and the way that the show runs in terms of being on time, being consistent year in and year out. So as you can imagine, the strongest detail or the smallest detail can derail your best intentions. There's one common denominator that leads to success in hosting live events at a public venue, and that, my friends, is the people. The people, no matter if you're hosting at a restaurant, if you're using a conference center such as the Sheraton or the Marriott or any of the big chain hotels, bars, you name it. The people is the common denominator between all those venues that makes the biggest difference. So it's important to understand how to interact with the people. People that work or are in charge of food and beverage at a hotel, they get bombarded with requests. It's their job. So they deal with these requests day in and day out. So you have to find a way to stand out. And with these tips, which I've used over and over and over again, these tips will help you cut to the front of the line and make sure that your tribe, your business, and your live events are treated with white glove service and support. So establishing a solid rapport with the venue can blossom into a partnership. And the benefits of that are that the partnership can cut costs dramatically in terms of promotional support, co-marketing, for example, putting your event on their billboard or their electronic billboard that customers can see or motorists can see on a busy highway is invaluable promotion. It can save you money on Facebook ads and other aspects of promotion and printing flyers, so on and so forth. And you want that from the venue. But unless there's a relationship and they believe in you, that will not happen. So a discount on food and beverages where they may say, well, you don't have to pay for drinks, or the first round is on us, or especially if the event series that you're hosting is in alignment with the owner's beliefs or interests. That's very important, which is why it's important to have that in-person rapport with the venue. Also, getting a private room or reserving a private room or table on the busiest night of the week is the stuff that event host legends are made of. So sometimes you may have, for example, a big time conference. And this is one of my major strategies. When a big time conference is happening, one of the ways that you can establish your credibility, your leadership, is simply to host a dinner party during the event. So let's say the event is three days over a 3-day weekend. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Saturday night, after the event is closed, you can reserve a table at a nearby happy hour within walking distance or at the hotel itself and bring your tribe or people that you've connected with throughout the day to meet for a nightcap and discuss additional topics, get to know each other better. That establishes you as a leader, as a person who is someone to know. And the people who attended that particular get together are going to tell their friends, and they're going to come to you the next day and say, hey, where can we get together afterwards? So it's an intelligent and insane rapport builder for anyone who chooses to use that strategy. So that's a bonus tip that I'm going to provide for you. So let's get into these tips. Number one, always meet in person to do a walkthrough. Always meet in person to do a walkthrough. It's very easy to use opentable.com or other reservation systems in order to set your appointment. But again, OpenTable, or let's say the event reservation system within that particular website for that business or for that venue, that's generic or it's impersonal. You want to meet in person and give the manager or the owner the full story of why you're hosting the event, why this is important, why this is a benefit, why it benefits their venue, and the type of business that it will bring their venue, not only for the event, this is important, but you can mention that your tribe likes to support local businesses and they're very passionate about supporting any businesses that helps this particular event series grow. So that will pique the interest of the event host. Again, I've done this time and time again, up to 40 events per year. Most of them are at public venues, so on and so forth. And these are the tips I use. Meet in person, do the walkthrough, discuss and make the manager or the owner feel like a partner in the planning of this particular event. And this will raise their bar of interest towards your event and make them look forward to it. And in many cases, they will want to attend personally to ensure that white glove service is delivered to your particular group or tribe. Number two, make an effort to learn your server's name. So during the event, you want to humanize your personal interactions as much as possible and whenever possible. A super simple tip to achieve this is learning your server's name. Call them by name. Hey, Mary. Hey, Tom. Thank you for the drinks. Always say thank you because this is a new relationship. And the reality is that most servers are treated very poorly. So you stand out in the mind of a server if you treat them with respect and you treat them with dignity. So for your dinner party, they're going to go above and beyond if you treat your server with respect, not just with the tip, but with actual interactions, which is very important. And number 3, on the merchant copy of your receipt or your bill, write great service, Tom or Mary. Thank you, great service, Tom or Mary. This is so powerful. I do this over and over again. Most recently on Saturday at a group dinner recap from a conference that I attended. I was one of the panel moderators, and we all got together, and writing great service, Tom or Mary, is powerful because chances are the manager will see the largest receipts of that night. And if you're hosting a dinner party, your tab, chances are, will be the largest of that evening. The law of reciprocity will kick in, and that server will return that good vibe that you delivered to them via the receipt the next time you come in. So great service, Tom or Mary, whoever your server is, and the managers see it. Other servers and cashiers tend to see that great service, and it's attributed to you. So that passes on a value chain, or using the law of reciprocity, that when you come back, chances are great service will be delivered to you. Now, as a bit of bonus value for you, when you schedule your next appointment, tell the restaurant that you request Tom or Mary. So that's right. Tell the restaurant that you request the same server. What does this do? It makes the manager or the owner say, wow, Tom or Mary is doing a great job. What makes Tom or Mary's service so special? And it intrigues them to basically elevate that particular server. It can lead to promotions. And that's one thing that you want to always get in mind as you host events, is that you want your event series to benefit everyone involved, not just the attendees, but the restaurant generates revenue, the servers get promoted. Everybody wins by just being associated with you. One of my favorite tips in terms of developing deeper partnerships is I tally up the bill each and every time, so that I can say, when negotiating with a venue, that I've generated, this event series has generated $25,000 for my previous venue. So here's what we're looking to bring to the table. And every restaurant that I've encountered would love to have an additional $25K just to provide occupancy that they would host anyway. So those are my tips. Always meet in person. Learn your server's name. On the merchant copy of the receipt, write great service, Tom or Mary, so that it provides notification that great service was delivered, and it was delivered to your dinner party, and it creates a warm reception for your next visit to that venue. Think long term when you're creating events. If you're interested in more tips on how to use social sorcery to build your business through rapport, thoughtfulness, reciprocity, and other skill sets that you can only find in the face-to-face world of communication, then you definitely want to look out for my new podcast, Shadidi Laser Presents Conversational Currency, which will be launching in 2 short weeks. I'm Shadidi Laser, and thank you for your time and attention. Have a powerful and productive day.